What's up, everybody? Mike here, and welcome to the gaming news of the week. Got a lot in store for you that you may have missed out on from a new major free update for an indie RPG. Blizzard plans to nerf the newest class in their expansion for some reason. First, Berserker Kazan shows off exploration and boss fights in new gameplay. Cyberpunk 2077, for some reason, will not get an update for PS5 Pro. I'll go into details of why on that. A former Capcom dev is leading the new Lightspeed Japan studio, gonna make some AAA games there, some details on what's going on with that. And I'm gonna end off with some positive news with Stalker 2 selling fairly well for its style of game and for the dev teams like that. So more on that towards the end of the video. First up, Sea of Stars receives a major free update. The successful RPG from Sabotage is updated with a new speedrun mode and a redesigned opening hour of the adventure. I've talked about this in the past in the previous gaming news videos, if you might have seen that already, but yeah, this was definitely coming. This happened recently, and Sabotage announced this update as being called Dawn of Equinox. Beyond fixing numerous bugs and making various minor adjustments, the development team has added an extra video sequence and completely revamped the first hour of gameplay, including combat animations for the protagonists as children. Thanks to these changes, they've moved away from the flashback structure and introduced action right from the start. Additionally, difficulty presets, many new relics, and a speedrun mode designed with community input have been added, along with new music, character portraits, animations, and other enhancements that make the game look better than ever. Another key feature of this update is the redesign of certain combat mechanics, along with various balance adjustments. Among the notable changes, combo points now carry over after battles, allowing players to start a regular fight more aggressively. This addresses player feedback about limited move variety. While there are over 40 unique moves with their own animations, limited combo points often led players to use only a few moves per character, making it feel like the heroes had fewer gameplay options. Another new feature is that enemies now conceal the attacks required to interrupt their techniques, encouraging players to experiment and try different types of attacks to reveal them. Once discovered, these attack cues will appear whenever players face that type of enemy again. And then finally, the addition of local co-op mode for up to 3 players has been added, where each player controls one of the 3 main characters in the protagonist group. That's fantastic right there. This indie RPG, it just keeps getting more love support, and I'm loving it. And I still have yet to play it myself and check it out, but hopefully soon, guys. But yeah, very excited about this. Good stuff for them. Great job, Sabotage. Now for a little bit of bad news here. Blizzard plans to nerf Spiritborn. So this is the latest newest class in the expansion. So Blizzard recently shared plans for the upcoming season, including changes to one of the big new features brought by Vessel Hatred, the first major expansion of Diablo 4. And among these additions is the Spiritborn, right? A new class that's causing a lot of buzz among players for its incredible power and versatility. And in fact, the class is currently so powerful that it overshadows the rest, prompting Blizzard to prepare various balance adjustments to reduce its devastating effectiveness in combat. So apparently it's too godlike. The good news is that these changes won't arrive until the next season begins, so players still have a few weeks to enjoy its full strength. To balance things out a bit, an update next week will enhance the other classes to lessen the gap between them and the Spiritborn, though the latter will remain the strongest until Season 7. So yeah, that's basically the reason there, guys. Just it's too OP apparently. It makes the other classes, I guess, null and void to an extent because it's so OP. So I understand that in that regard. They want to make sure all the classes feel viable and fun to play, and every class makes you feel like essentially, a powerhouse in their own right. Then the first Berserker Kazan shows off exploration and boss fights and new gameplay here. So showcasing this new gameplay coming around the time of Nexon's 30th anniversary, I believe. And this is just to help build anticipation for this game's eventual release. The first of these videos shows the starting area of this Souls-like action RPG. You're just walking through the snow and you walk into a fight basically, and you defeat a boss. And there is a second video that's actually a bit better. And the second video focuses entirely on the battle against this particular boss. Not the first boss shown in the first video, but a different one. This recently also had a closed beta, I think back in October. It's garnered a lot of attention ever since last year's Game Awards when it first got announced. And no exact release date yet, or if we'll get another closed beta of some kind, but it's still slated to be available early 2025 for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. So yeah, guys, if you haven't checked out those new gameplay videos, please do. back to a bit of some bad news here that may upset some of you guys. Well, Cyberpunk 2077 won't get an update for PS5 Pro, apparently. And the reason for this is the studio prefers to focus all its efforts on the sequel and other projects they're working on. Keep in mind that CD Projekt Red is working on the sequel to Cyberpunk 2077, but also a Witcher 1 remake, as well as Witcher 4, and they may even have, I think, one or two other projects beyond that. But this has upsetted some fans because also the absence of Phantom Liberty at the Game Awards has upset fans, also as much as the news that Cyberpunk 2077 will not be updated for PS5 Pro. And I do understand the devs' perspective on this. It's going to take away time and resources if they were trying to do a patch for this to have be PS5 Pro enhanced. It will take away time and resources from their other projects they're working on. So, and it definitely seems like they want to focus more on that to get those out in a timely manner, not spend forever on those projects, things like that. So, yeah, it sucks. I know some fans are going to be mad about this, but at the end of the day, I mean, they did put a lot of love and effort into this to redeem this game because it launched in a very poor state overall. And they came back. It kind of had like a No Man's Sky type of situation or story to it a little bit. And so it redeemed itself in some aspects, and it's a much better game to play overall, even though it's not PS5 Pro Enhanced. Next up, though, Hideaki Itsuno, who you may know as a former Capcom dev who was the head dev on Dragon's Dogma 2 as well as Devil May Cry 5, leads up a new studio in Japan called Lightspeed. And the studio is part of Tencent's Japanese branch to create AAA action games. Itsuno officially announced that he will be joining Lightspeed Studios not too long ago as head of newly established Japanese division. The new team, based in Tokyo and Osaka, will focus on developing original AAA action games, pretty much similar to what he was already doing, but it maybe feels like he might have more like creative freedom or control. He says that with Lightspeed's strong development capabilities and global network, I look forward to creating original AAA action titles alongside an incredible team, crafting innovative and aesthetic experiences for global gaming community. Something to note here, he was at Capcom for 30 years of his life, his career, so he has a ton of experience, and I look forward to what he creates next. I expect there'll probably still be maybe some elements of maybe Devil May Cry or Dragon's Dogma 2 in there in terms of game mechanics, but also, hopefully, some really new innovative game mechanics and things in his future projects. And the creation of Lightspeed Japan Studio is part of Tencent's international expansion strategy, aiming to strengthen its presence outside China with studios in key locations like the United States, United Kingdom, South Korea, and Canada. You might know Lightspeed Studios for their work on PUBG Mobile and recently survival RPG Undawn. So I feel with Itsuno being there and being a lead guy now for that company or that development team, I think their games output or even just the quality of games could be a lot better. And then lastly, some good news for Stalker 2 selling 1 million copies at launch, despite also being available on Game Pass. And that's really good. I know that's not like 2 million or 3 million or 5 million and stuff like that, but for this type of game and for this studio behind this game, honestly, that's a strong start. And that's including despite the numerous bugs and technical issues and performance issues, because I even tried playing this like the other day, trying to get this to work on Game Pass, messed my settings so much for about 2 hours or so, and it was still a technical mess. And the devs understand it, they have acknowledged it, they are working on patches to fix that, so hopefully it'll be in a much better state in the future so I can go back to it and give it another shot. But yeah, I'm definitely happy for them because despite the technical problems, it hasn't stopped them from selling 1 million units on PC and Xbox Series combined. And this doesn't include the many people that are playing the game through Xbox Game Pass, both on console and PC. At least the devs, though, GSC Game World is committed to addressing most critical issues in coming days and rolling out additional fixes over the next few weeks for the game. So they're committed to that, which is great. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for their success. I want this game to do well. I want them to do well as a dev company, especially with the struggles they went through with developing this game in the Ukraine and all that, with what was going on over there or still going on. So good for them, especially after this was originally announced over 12 years ago, I think in 2010, and it got canceled and then it got revitalized. So, you know, at its core, at its heart, like it is a good game from what I've been seeing from other people playing it and reviews and things like that. It's just, yeah, they just got to get those technical issues sorted out, get the game more polished, and it'll be a much better game overall and be top notch. Hope it keeps selling, guys. And those of you that maybe have played it, let me know how you like it. If it's been a good experience for you. And that's going to be it for the game news of the week, guys. So let me know your thoughts on the other news that we talked about in this video. And if you found this helpful and enjoyable, please hit that like, subscribe if you're new. Stay tuned for more updates I got this week. I got my Dragon Age Veilguard review I'll be trying to get out by tomorrow. I also got some Path of Exile 2 videos going out later this week that go in more depth about what's going to be in early access, certain aspects that were talked about from the dev team during that recent live stream about in-game content and things like that. So plenty of stuff to look forward to, guys. And as always, I appreciate all you guys for watching and supporting my content on here. My name is Mike. I'll see you next video.